What's going on, YouTube? This is Darklight here, coming at you with another Q&A video, and guys, it has actually been a pretty good week mentally, because for the last couple of weeks before this week, I've really been struggling with my depression really bad. I kind of started withdrawing from a lot of my social circles and not wanting to talk to anybody. I just want to, like, turtle shell and keep to myself. I'd still hang with people on the weekends and stuff like that, but, like, during the week, I'd come home from work and not really want to talk to anybody. But I'm trying to do better this week. I'm feeling a little bit better, feeling a little bit happier as much as I possibly can, and I'm trying to make myself talk to people because I know that my first instinct is to not talk to people, but it's good for me to make myself talk to people, and I can get kind of overwhelmed sometimes. I'm sure some of you are ambiverts, kind of like me, but especially when you deal with, you know, anxiety and depression on top of just your natural ambiversion, if that's a word. But anyway, it's hard to talk to people a lot sometimes because you can get overwhelmed feeling a lot of times whenever you do that. So I've been making myself talk to people this week. I've been getting back into my normal social circles. I've been going into people's live streams and saying hi to them and chatting with them. That's really been helping me out. I love attending y'all's live streams, guys. It's really, really awesome. I love the interaction. I've actually been watching a lot of Alonzo the Gamer's live streams as well because he's been back in the swing of things and with the Let's Plays. So I'm really happy to see him back doing that. I love Alonzo. He's really entertaining. He's just a great guy, and I just love being in his live streams. I hope that you do a lot more live streams in the near future, man. I've also been watching Sabijin do a lot of live streams, and he's been doing a lot with his channel lately, and he's really been trying to be professional about it and structure, you know, what is done on what day and trying to make sure he puts out. I think right now he's trying for 2 videos a day, I'm pretty sure, but Sabijin is going places. I think he's really working hard to make this this hobby, this YouTube journey, his life, you know. So I really respect him for that, and I'm hoping that I get to be with him on this journey as well. I've also been watching Oversoul over at Oversoul Gaming a lot. He just finished his Get Even series. I told you all about that in the last Q&A, and he's about to start the Assembly VR, which I've played a little bit of myself, so I'm really excited to see him really get into that. I'm going to leave some gameplay on the screen here so you guys can see a little bit about that, but if you really want to see more about it and watch it with Oversoul's awesome commentary, he's going to be starting it up very, very soon. Now, you guys might notice I'm actually really sweaty right now, and that's because I just got finished recording a Let's Play of Superhot VR. That's a game that just came out a couple of days ago. It's really, really awesome. It's a lot of fun. It really makes you feel like a badass, but man, it is a workout. It's really easy to lose track of time playing that game, but basically it's an action game where you fight off different rooms of enemies, and they give you some tools to do that, but you actually move around the screen, and time moves when you move, so when people shoot at you, you want to, like, dodge bullets and stuff like that, all the Matrix style, whoosh. And, you know, they give you various weapons that you can use. You can just punch people through the face and break their face open. Really freaking cool. So I cannot wait for you guys to see the gameplay of that. I'm going to be posting that up on Monday. Speaking of Let's Plays, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the Persona 5 Let's Play. Lately, Persona 5 has not been very popular. My videos that I've been posting up have only had, like, the single digits of views, between, like, 5 and 8 views between each video. And I wanted to get y'all's feedback on that. If you guys notice, I haven't been posting up episodes of Persona 5 lately. I want to know how you feel about the Persona 5 series. Do you particularly want me to finish Persona 5? Because it's a long series, and if y'all aren't watching it, I feel like I'm just kind of, like, wasting my time doing a Let's Play on it. Or do you guys want to see me do other things, which I'm perfectly okay with. If you guys want me to play Persona 5, I'm more than happy to continue doing that, but I'm also more than happy to play all these other games. I have a big backlog of games that I would really love to show you guys that are all on my Steam, on my PS4, and everything. So if you guys want me to move on to other things, let me know too. I just want to get y'all's feedback, and I want to be doing Let's Plays on games that you really want to play. Or if you're like, Darklight, stop wasting our time, just show us a bunch of horror games, that's what we're here for, then I'm perfectly happy to do that too. But let me know what y'all think, and I'll try to adjust my Let's Play schedule accordingly. Also, as far as games go that I got for free from the developers, I got a lot more of those. Like, in the week that I was like, yeah, I'm almost done with my backlog of those, I can move on to other things, I got like 9 games that week, so I have a backlog of those I need to get to. I've been doing other games instead in VR and stuff like that, on Mondays lately, but in these coming weeks I'll be doing the ones that they sent me. Oh, also next month is my 1-year anniversary of me making videos for you guys, and I almost have made 200 videos for YouTube in the last year. Really excited about my 1-year anniversary. I've come a long way in 1 year, I think. I mean, I don't even have 250 subscribers yet, but I mean, a lot of people don't even have 200 subscribers or even 100 subscribers in a year, and I feel like my commentary and my ability to make videos has really evolved since I first started my YouTube journey. It seems like I've come a long way since my very first episode of I Am Setsuna, from my little trial videos of me playing Bioshock Infinite. I mean, I feel like I've really grown as a YouTuber. But to celebrate, I want to try doing a live stream. I've never done a live stream before in my life. I'm going to have to try to get that set up. I don't know what I'm doing as far as that goes. I'll try to find some guides and stuff to help me get set up for the first time. I'm probably going to be streaming through YouTube. I might also stream through Twitch simultaneously, but I don't know if my computer can handle that or if it is any harder on your computer to do so. But I'm going to try. If nothing else, it'll just be on YouTube, because YouTube is where I'm based, and I want to focus on that. But I don't know what game I want to play during my live stream for the 1-year anniversary, but I was thinking it would be funny for me to do YouTuber Life. It's a kind of sim game where you're playing as a person that is trying to become a YouTuber, and I just think that would be, you know, funny and go along with the theme of my 1-year anniversary to making YouTube videos. So let me know what you guys think. If you guys know better than me about setting up live streams and stuff like that, let me know. Please help me. Help me! Ninja! Help me! So, anyway, I'm really nervous about it because I've never done anything live before, but I hope that I have your support in that. But anyway, I think that's all the things that I have to catch you guys up on these last 2 weeks, but you guys are here for that. What you guys are here for, so here's some of the answers I have to some of the questions that you guys asked me in the Q&A Friday video that I posted up the week before last, so let's get right into it. Aiden from Blue Couch Productions says, I'll try to go with a more simple question. In what ways do you try or want to improve as a content creator? I just recently reached the 1-year anniversary of my channel. Congratulations, man. I'm really happy to see you pushing forward. And I've been looking for ways to improve. Love the answers, love the rambles, love the series. Keep it up. Thank you very much, man. I'm really happy that you continue to watch this series. How do I want to improve as a YouTuber? First of all, I want my commentary to be better. I'm really working on my commentary. I hope that it shows that my commentary has improved over time. And sometimes it's hard for me to get to a point mentally when I can commentate effectively. It takes me a couple hours of mental preparation, and I still stumble on words. I really wish that I didn't stumble on my words so much. It's just the way my brain works sometimes. My brain locks up, and whenever I mess up saying something, I tend to lock up because I instantly want to correct it. At the same time, I want to move forward, and it just, what comes out of my mouth is garbage. So, I want to help get over my stuttering problem that I have sometimes. I want to be able to improv better for you guys and, you know, try to be funnier and everything like that. Hopefully I can be a little bit more outgoing with my reactions and everything, a little bit more extroverted. So I've been working on that, on all those things, and I'm just hoping that a year from now when I watch my YouTube videos, I'll see a lot of improvement over the next year. I'm also constantly trying to work on the quality of my videos to make them better looking and everything. I'm open to all kinds of suggestions as far as making my videos look better. Oversoul has already helped me out a lot as far as that goes. If you guys see my videos from like even 6 months ago, they don't look as good as they do now. It's because Oversoul has helped me like mess with my settings and stuff like that to make sure that my videos come out in the proper resolution and everything like that. So I'm hoping that my videos will just look better eventually, and I'll find other ways to streamline it. I'm open to any kind of suggestions that you guys have, so let me know. I also want to get better at interacting with people, being more on my social media, making sure I have a presence on social media. Sometimes that's hard because, again, I tend to turtle shell a little bit, and I don't want to talk on social media and stuff like that, but I really need to make myself say more and do more every day. I think that's just an anxiety thing for me. But I'm trying to get over that, and I'm trying to find things in my life to talk about, to show you guys, to bring you guys into my life and things like that. I want to be more transparent with you guys, and so you guys can, you know, see me for who I am and see me for what my life is. So in those ways, I think those are the ways I want to improve on my channel the most, because it's cool making videos, but the the best thing about YouTube is that sense of community, is that feeling that when I make videos, you know, it's not just me making videos and you guys watching it, that it's like more like a hangout, and where my friends are kind of like, in a way, I'm spending time with you and you guys watching my videos, and I want that to be a little bit more prevalent. I want you guys to feel like you're a member of a family over on my channel, so I want to be able to do more to interact with you guys, so I think, yeah, those are the ways that I want to improve my channel. So yeah, thank you very much for your question, Nathan. Let's see, Beer 40K says, excellent vid, Raz. Any temptation to play 40K with the release of 8th edition? Some people have been asking me this in real life also. Again, I would love to play more Warhammer. I just don't have the time, especially with me trying to make... right now I'm making 4 videos a week. I would love to make more videos a week than 4, but right now with my job and everything, it's harder to make more videos. I'm even thinking about doing other filler videos, like vlogs or like just gameplay videos with no commentary and stuff like that. I'm trying to find ways to fill in the rest of the weeks. Eventually I want to go to 1 video per day, so I think that's really important for the growth of my channel, just for the quantity of videos and everything. So I would love to get into 8th edition, but right now I'm so busy with making content for my channel and trying to make sure that it's up to snuff that I just, you know, putting models together takes time, painting models takes time. Also, that's a whole new rule set that I have to learn. I have to learn my army again. I have to try to figure out what units to get for my army that would actually be good in this edition. So there's just a lot to put into it that I'm not able to do right now. So it sounds cool. The new 8th edition Eldar army, I understand that it's a little bit more fluff heavy. It's not just an emphasis on just a few different types of units and all the other units are useless. I hear that they kind of nerfed the bikes and stuff like that, and they buffed up all the other units that weren't getting used enough. So that's really cool. I mean, that is a temptation for me, but I just don't have time. So anyway, thank you very much for your question, Beer. I really appreciate it. James says, hopefully your schedule becomes a little bit more manageable soon. I'm working on it, man. Like I said, though, if I have more free time, I would like to be able to make more videos. But right now, I think 4 videos is just right for the way that my schedule works right now, and hopefully my work won't be bogging me down so much in the future, even though it probably will. But anyway, soon. Also, some cool answers to your questions. My question for next time is, what would be your dream 3-course meal? God, it's so hard for me to pick just one type of meal or one type of food, because like I said, I love variety. But for an appetizer, I love me some sushi. I love sushi. So I would definitely want to have sushi as the appetizer. For the main course, as far as the main course goes, once I went to this place called Fogo de Chao. It's a Brazilian steakhouse, and it costs a fuck ton of money. I took a date on there once. It was my girlfriend at the time, and I treated my friend there once. I spent like $300 that day feeding me, my girlfriend at the time, and one of my friends, and it was a lot of fun, and every bite of food was like the best thing I ever put in my mouth. It was fantastic. So I think that would be my perfect main course. Basically, they come around with these big things of meat, and they come around to your table. You have a card that's green and red, and if it's green, that means bring me shit, and if it's red, it means that I'm done, I'm full. So what they do is they come around with this meat, and if you have a green card, they ask you, it's like, hey, you want some of this? And you're like, yes, please, because all their different meats look amazing. So they just carve you off some, put it on your plate, and you do that until you are filled with meat, and every bite of food was the best bite of food ever. And there's 3 different plates of side dishes. There was like loaded mashed potatoes, and it was all in small quantities, so that way they controlled how fresh and good each thing was. So it's like loaded mashed potatoes, roast, like grilled banana, I think it was what it was, and it was really freaking good. And there were these pommes frites, just house-made steak fries with like Parmesan cheese on top and stuff like that. And it was just came with like 10 of them on a plate or something like that. But oh my god, it was so good. Best food ever. So yeah, Fogo de Chao probably would be my perfect main course. And as far as dessert goes, so there was a restaurant that used to be around called Bennigan's, and for dessert, they had this one dessert called Death by Chocolate, and it was amazing. It was like a fresh, warm brownie, and it had ice cream on it, and there was a thing that you can pour on top of the ice cream that made like a chocolate shell, and it had little cookie bits in it, and it had fudge in the brownie too, and it was just like, oh my god, so good. That is probably one of my favorite desserts in my life ever. I'm really sad that that place is gone, because I used to just go there and get like chicken strips and french fries and get that Death by Chocolate dessert. So yeah, really awesome. So yeah, I think that's what would be my perfect 3-course meal. Anyway, thank you very much for your question, James. Really appreciate it. Oversoul mentions, I'm surprised you didn't mention you were watching the Saw movies. The reason for that is when I recorded last week's Q&A video, I basically had just watched like the first movie or two in the Saw series. After I recorded that, I pretty much watched every Saw movie that ever existed in the next 2 days. So I finished every Saw movie in a matter of 2 or 3 days. So yeah, really freaking cool. I had never watched the whole Saw series before, so I just recently watched the whole thing. And I did that because they're coming out with that new Saw movie, and I know that Oversoul is really into Saw, and he's been talking to me about it and stuff like that. So I wanted to be caught up with the story before that movie came out, so that way I can see that movie and we can talk about it and stuff. So yeah, that's why I didn't mention that I was watching the Saw movies in the last Q&A Friday video. Wolf Brother Mythos from the channel Frost and Fist says, excellent show as always, my epic brother. Thank you very much, man. He says, loved all the pictures with your answers and updates. For next time, I know you love the Fate series and are currently playing Fate Grand Order. If you were to summon a servant, who would it be? If you were summoned to be a servant, what would you be like, and what class would you consider yourself? Much love, brother, Wolf Brother Mythos. That is an awesome question, because yes, if you guys do not know, the Fate series, Fate Stay Night, Fate Zero, Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works, Fate Apocrypha now is what I'm watching, which is just now airing in Japan, so I'm watching it as people upload it with the English subs and everything, and also, they're coming out with Heaven's Feel and everything like that, so really excited for all the upcoming Fate stuff. I'm a huge fan of the Fate series. Answering your questions one question at a time, if I were to summon a servant, I always say that it would be Merlin as a caster servant. As you guys know, I love magic and I love mages, and I feel like having a caster servant would be really fitting to my personality, and I feel like I definitely would love to have Merlin as my servant. But as far as if I were a servant, as much as I love magic, I am no mage myself. If I had the ability to be summoned as a caster servant and use magic, that'd be really cool. But as far as my current self, I think I would probably be summoned with, with Raven Song. That is my baby, my sword of choice. It's a straight-bladed black katana. Really love that sword. So I'd probably be summoned with that, because that is my personal weapon. It would be my Noble Phantasm. And I'd probably be an Assassin Servant rather than a Saber Servant, though, because I don't fight head-on. I tend to not fight honorably. I tend to fight very evasively, and whenever somebody attacks me, I tend to dodge rather than just block, and I try to weave around them and go for counterattacks and stuff like that. I'd go for weak points and things like that, so I don't fight like a saber, so I probably would be more of an assassin servant. I'm not sure what my Noble Phantasm's activated ability would be, but I'll leave you guys to decide that. What do you guys think my Noble Phantasm should be as an assassin servant? Let me know down in the comments. Question of the week. Boom. I definitely think my fighting style as a servant would be I'd have a class ability that was shadow walking, so whenever somebody swung at me, I'd fade away from in front of them and strike them from the side or from behind and stuff like that, moving through the shadows. So I think that'd be really freaking cool. But yeah, I basically would assassinate people before they got a chance to see me, and strike at their weak points and fade away whenever they tried to attack me. Fight with precision instead of strength. So yeah, I think that's the kind of servant I would be. So thank you very much for your question, man. By the way, as much as I tell people that I'd love to summon Merlin, I'd also really love it if I had a caster servant that was White Len from Melty Blood series. Just saying. Just saying. Who Took My Dice? Miniature Wargaming says, Castlevania was pretty well done, but you're right, very short. Yeah, it was only 2 hours. I'm pretty sure this is like a prologue season. They say that season 2 is supposed to be twice as long as the one that they posted up for, right now. So I hated White Knight Chronicles. I was so disappointed in that game. It was just so bad. I know. And it's not even that it was bad that really disappoints me, it's that it's bad, but it had a lot of potential to be good. If they just did several little things to it, it could have been a great game. It was terrible. So, totally agree with you there. He says, I was so disappointed in that game, it was just so bad. Question, what is your take on DLC? Should game makers make us pay for basically the rest of the game, or should they just put all content in the game to begin with? Great video, my friend. Keep up the amazing work. It depends on what they do with the DLC. Some games seem like they give you like a met amount of content at the beginning, and they're like, oh, but if you want the rest of the main story, you gotta get the DLC, and I think that is a very immoral practice. I think they should give you all of the base content of a game. They should give you the full game right away, but I don't think DLC is a bad thing, because it could be used in such a way that, like, in the span that they have time to develop the game, they give you all of the base things, but this gives them the opportunity to give you extra things. I don't mind paying for extra content on top of the base game, as long as the original intent is not to make you pay for all of the base content. You know what I'm saying? So, if it's like an added part of the story, like a side story or an expansion to the main game where the main story clearly ended in the main story, but this is just a continuation of that, or a side story that branches off from that, I don't mind paying for that. I don't mind paying for additional, like, badass characters and stuff like that wouldn't make sense to be in the normal game. I would be equally happy if those things were unlockable, but if it's something that, like, took time to develop from the game itself, something that's not just super basic that they could have just thrown in the main game, if it's something that would have taken extra time to make extra content, I'm perfectly okay with throwing a couple dollars at it. And there are game companies that do that and also offer free stuff that they want to add on over time too, so I think that's really cool as well. I think DLCs give you a lot, they give games, or they have the ability to give games a lot more lifespan, and I think that's really cool. Because without DLC, when you're done with the game, you're just done with the game. And DLC a lot of times gives you reason to go back to that game and play more of it. And sometimes you even like, oh, if I want to play this addition to the story, I kind of want to refresh my memory on the base game. So I want to play through the base game once again to make sure that it's fresh on my mind when whenever I go into the expansion. So yeah, there's that. So I think one example of a game company that did DLC very well is Bethesda with Oblivion. Oblivion had some really huge DLC updates that were additions to the main story. So, I think that's an example of how you can use DLC for good, and not just be a money-grubby game company. So anyway, I think that's a very good question. I think it's a question that a lot of people wonder, or people have varying opinions on, very strong opinions on. So yeah, thank you very much for your question, man. I really appreciate it. And I think that's all the questions that you guys had for me this week. If you guys have any more questions, please do not hesitate to drop those questions down in the comment section below, and I'll get to answering those questions in the next Q&A Friday video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please do me a huge favor and share this video with your friends. It really and truly means a lot more to me than you guys know. Do me a favor and drop some comments too, even if they're not questions. I love hearing from you guys. I just love chatting with you guys. It really and truly makes my day. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, you guys know that I would love to have you guys as a member of the Darklight family, and we'll continue this YouTube journey together again very, very soon. Until then, may your dreams like the darkest hour, and I'll see you next time.